Good evening, Internet. I am back, fresh from my holiday, and back in the DM's chair, ready to unleash hell once again. But before I do that, let's say a huge thank you to my players last week for not breaking the house or burning the house down, and generally running what was a fantastic one-shot, I have to say. I did my best to try and stream it at the time. Unfortunately, the broadband speed where I was less than anything, should we say. It was like half a megasecond, which was terrible. However, I hope you all enjoyed it. I caught up after the fact, also caught up on Malt, Magic and More, which was just as good, but it was great. It was zany, it was a lot of fun, the characters were fantastic, and of course Samau as DM, as always, a absolute dream in the DM's chair. So well done, guys, for that. We'll talk about that in just a second as well. But it is episode 60, which is phenomenal. Even with a couple of sort of gaps here and there, we have hit the episode 60 mark, which is, wow, how do we get here? But still, we fight on, and we will stream on, so hope you're enjoying it so far. Please interact with us, get in touch, social media, I'll go through all that in a second. I'm losing my usual rhythm tonight. Had a week off, forgive me. You'll notice I'm in a Leicester shirt tonight. I'm going to say it right now. There is football going on tonight between Leicester City and some non-important London club. I'm sure Danny will have a word with me in a second about that one. But I may randomly jump out of my seat at some point if something goes on. Don't worry about that at all. However, let's do our usual thank yous. So to Owlbear Rodeo for mapping, and Virtual Tabletop, to Incarnate for the actual mapping tools and drawing of those maps, D&D Beyond for general game management, Hero Forge for our token and character visual creation. I've been playing around with that some more while I was away as well, creating some more characters and NPCs which I'd not done yet, which is great, so I've caught up on most of them. Also a huge shout out to Kazoon, 5e Magic Shop and Tabletop Audio for various other things such as our sounds, our musical tracks, some shop creation, magical auras, and just general DM hints and tips for myself. Of course, our game would be nothing without our sound effects, so a huge thank you to BattleBards. We are affiliated with BattleBards, which means we have the chance, or we give you the opportunity to get yourselves a cheeky discount. If you want to use those sound effects or any other sound effects in your own game, then use the code you can see on screen, Malt and Magic, when you register, and that will get you a nice cheeky discount. Already gave a quick teaser to the social media, and you've just seen it pop along the bottom of the screen there, but please do follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter. Go check out the YouTube channel so you can check out all the past episodes, that one-shot from last week, the Christmas one-shot, which was just as wacky, all that goodness from Malt and Magic, as well as the Malt, Magic and Moors. And please, if you are viewing us on Twitch, please drop us a like or a follow. Much appreciated. We are still trying to hit that 50 mark, and the competition is still ongoing, so when we hit 50 followers, we will be choosing, I should say, from those 50 followers, one lucky winner to create an NPC alongside myself, who will then feature in the game. So if you want a chance to get a little bit of yourself inside our game, then don't miss out, be sure to follow along. If you want even more Malt Magic, more Malta Magic, D&D, Kirik, Dargon, Ander, if you just want more of that general goodness in your life, and YouTube and Twitch aren't enough, then please go check out the podcast as well on your podcast platform of choice. And if you have the capability there, please help us spread the word by leaving a like, a review, letting people know about it. The more you can help spread the word, the more viewers we get, the better this will all become for everyone, so please help us there. And I suppose my final shout out is to our sister stream, which is Tales of Tilnar, which is on YouTube and run by Samau. He sits in the DM chair permanently for that one. So if you enjoyed Samau's style of DMing from last week, then please go check him out on that stream. It is a lot of fun, and the characters are, I've already said it, there's wacky characters, but it's awesome. So go check that out. I have yet to catch up. I was hoping to do that last week, but of course broadband let me down. Never mind, I will get caught up on that and enjoy it along with all of you. And I suppose that's it for my intros today. So a huge hello again to everyone. Welcome back to the main campaign. There will be adult language, there will most certainly be adult humour, and I think that's it. So let's roll. Hello!
We're back, bitches!
Hello.
We are back.
Oh yeah.
I say we're back.
Nice to see my face here and not some owls. No offence, mate.
That's all right.
No, a massive, massive well done to the three of you for last week. It was fantastic. I know there was potentially going to be a guest star, but they fell ill, unfortunately, at the last minute. So we will have to see if they decide to pop around for something else later on.
Yeah.
And I suppose, as a little thank you from me for running that last week, you are all going to get a point of inspiration for tonight. So,
Hey, that might be needed.
Within about 90 seconds, I think.
So there is a fair bit to get through tonight, so let's run down the line very quickly. You've already seen me, but I am Matt. I'm the Dungeon Master for this evening, also playing the sidekick character of Bothrid, all your monsters and NPCs for tonight.
I am Danny, and I play your ever faithful and loyal Ander Hornraven, and I plan on starting a riot tonight.
I predict a
Nothing new there. Nothing new there. I'm Smo, and I play Kira Gravetusk, at least for this episode. We'll see what happens after that.
Kamikaze Mission Kirik, that's what they call him.
You know it.
I'm Dave. I play Dagon, the Goliath fighter warlock. Always looking for a good, honest fight.
And you're going to get one. Definitely going to get one. So, I think last we left off, because it's been a couple of weeks, we had explored more of the Shiverspire mine and had traversed through various corridors. Had a few encounters, sort of. I think the last episode we started off with this encounter with these strange bear-sized weasels and a single Duergar in there. Defeated them. Gindris seemed to have a particular vendetta against them, but defeated them in this forge-like room, and it seemed to have been an old dwarven forge which has now been converted to create the Duergar weapons that you see them all carrying. And then you explored a little bit further, and Ander, in his eternal wisdom, found a shiny rock. Unfortunately, did not think to check for traps, or I think you did check for traps, found the trap and decided to spring it anyway, which started to basically flood the room with water. These metal gates came down, and water kept on rising and rising and rising, and you found a secret wall, or a secret door, in one of the walls that had a particular dwarvish inscription in it, which Remley just about managed to translate enough for you before you fell through and had a reasonable rest inside that room. Kirik choosing that moment to craft a rune on the floor, which is now a little bit of a defensive measure for you. And then you continued on further round before the sound of footsteps started getting closer and closer. It was becoming very apparent that you were going to encounter some foes at some point, or some creatures. Turned out to be a band of Duergar. You backed yourselves into a little bit of a corner, but also using it as a bit of a bottleneck, thinking they were only coming from one direction. Dagon had a brief conversation with the seeming leader of these Duergar, and you also decided to deposit a full bag of ball bearings down one of the corridors, which will be an interesting mechanic for tonight. As the conversation continued, didn't quite go your way, and so it looks like we're entering into a bit of a fight. However, we begin our episode tonight not with our four heroes, but in a deep, icy cave. Tendrils of blue ice crawl along the tunnels and cave walls as three figures wreathed in darkness approach a larger central cavern. Ice glitters everywhere, and on a single icy throne sits a lone figure, or I say a lone figure, flanked by a werebear on either side. The woman, for she is most certainly female, looks old and half dead, yet her piercing blue eyes burn with an icy ferocity. the 3 dark figures approach, and 2 descend onto one knee, bowing before the female, leaving the third standing. As the third figure removes their cloak, bright flames lick around the edges of their helmed head. A lance lays bound to their back. The woman is the first to speak.
And so the inevitable has come to pass. For a time I wondered if he would ever seek me out. And yet here you stand. Come, deliver your master's message.
The flame-wreathed figure does not move, and yet words permeate the air.
O great and ancient one, your new form suits your renewed majesty. As you say, my master wishes to form an alliance. This is the message I come to deliver.
And what makes you think your master? Or what makes your master think I care for the matters of myth and mortals? I am power reborn.
He has brought others to his side. He no longer acts alone, and he is willing to share the power he will gain when he takes this land for his own. You know of the power of which I speak.
Yes. The raw. The wild. I know of this. Whom else does your lord ally himself to?
The 2 other figures now stand and slowly lower their hoods. One, a mangled orc with pale grey skin and a missing eye, wearing a cuirass adorned with the symbol of a single, unblinking eye, speaks first.
The Ruiner allies himself in this most worthy and glorious cause.
The second, slower to lower their hood, finally withdraws. A green dragonborn, wiry, with eyes of cold, heartless mirth, draws a black metal blade bearing a shiny crimson gem in its hilt.
The Lord of Murder is reborn. And with this power, he will wreak death upon this land and all lands beyond.
Ice cracks, and we begin to fade from this cave. We return to the Shiverspire mine. Dargon, choosing not to parley with the Duergar, now finds himself alongside his allies, surrounded. 3 Duergar having grown to considerable height. The Duergar that had spoken before.
Then you have chosen death, my Goliath friend. Grimsha!
Let's roll some initiative.
Can I just say, I did not fucking expect that beginning, and I am
No.
shitting my pants now.
No, we didn't know any of
I
that.
had 2 weeks to plan, man. 2 weeks to plan.
You're not going on holiday anymore. Bastard.
I got a fucking hint that I need to go back to main view at some point, and I'll know when it is, and I'm like, fucking brilliant.
There we go, folks. Hope you all enjoyed that.
Well, guys, at least we know that the only dangerous thing is down this tunnel. We are all good. Everything else is totally
Yeah,
fine,
we're
right? There's no one
fine.
else. We are absolutely fine. This is all we got to get through. Just this next
Yeah.
Look on
encounter,
the
right?
bright side.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not mind flayers.
Yeah. Is that a bright side?
Yeah.
Yet.
Thing is, though, right?
Right, let's
Matt,
get some
the problem
initiative
is,
rolls.
I was that enthralled in what you said, I didn't fucking write any of it down.
Funnily enough, thank you. It's amazing, Danny. Luckily, I'm recording.
Oh, that's good.
It's almost like we're streaming this live.
Good shout, Dave. Good shout.
It's all right. I got you. It's all right.
You can check it out on Friday.
Yeah, 18.
18 for Dargon.
10.
And 10 for
hang
Kirik.
about. 25 initiative.
Holy shit.
Beautiful
Get the main
rogue
man
you.
Yeah.
Now you're using the right character. This isn't Mutt now, is it?
No, he's got shit initiative, actually. He just gets advantage.
22 for Bothrid. I suppose I should bring up some other characters as well, really, shouldn't I? You can tell I've been out a couple of weeks. Open that
Hopefully that's
one,
the right order.
and open that one. Let's just check for you. Wow. And a Bothrid, Dargon, Kirik. Okay.
Watch Gindris just do some like full-on Gandalf stuff now.
Gandalf.
I fucking
I
hope
know
so.
he looks a
I
bit
hope
like
he's got
Gandalf, but
about 10 area of effects things.
Yeah. I mean, one of the Duergar already went Saruman on us. You have chosen death.
That's true.
I'm always here
well,
for the.
I've reached a new page of my notebook, and look what's just happened to be there. That
Oh,
bodes well, doesn't it?
Yeah. Just throw the Lich King on us. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
If we win, you need to get that tattooed on your chest.
That would be a badass tattoo, to be fair.
That is a strain.
Oh,
Okay, so let's just make a note of some of these, because I do need to factor them in. So 25. Bothrid. 22. I promise you we'll get started in a minute.
I'll tell you what. I'll put the map up. How about that? That's a good idea.
That's awesome. Thank
Actually,
you very
do
much
what
for doing that.
what you know, kind of press the buttons in here. There we go, guys. Anyone who wasn't watching last week, what were you doing? But yeah, we have 4
Thanks for tuning in
Duergar.
for the TPK.
Yeah, 4 Duergar south of us. I threw some ball bearings down that corridor, and we've got those big Duergar who've grown because they're not allowed to do that. So we are going to smite them. No, we're really not.
Not anymore.
No.
Not this week, you don't.
No paladins today, bitches.
Oh yes, that was a good fun. Good fun.
I kind of wish I
Okay,
was
so
I'm glad I'm Dargon.
I'm not
one of those
exactly,
times. So we are first
Captain
up,
Melee anymore.
as I zoom in on my map, with Mr. Hornraven. You have these
So-
4 enlarged Duergar, 4 others down the other hallway, which you can't currently see, but you are now faced with these 4 massive, or I should say large, Duergar. What is it you are doing, sir?
Now they're bigger, I'm not in melee range, am I? So if I was to walk away, for example, they wouldn't get an attack of opportunity.
I suppose you don't know
Say
that.
that again.
If I leave, if I walk off, are they going to get attack of opportunity? Can they reach me? I know there's a square between us, but I don't know if because they're bigger, they can reach me.
Yeah, it'd be really funny if their weapons didn't increase. So they're like holding a chocolate hammer.
Yeah, like a toffee hammer.
It doesn't. They do not get reach.
Good. Okay, so
No reach
I
around.
will, following
reach
Dargon's
around.
lead, I will take out my oil of slipperiness, and I'm just going to chuck it on the floor like a magician, you know, when they chuck a smoke bomb and disappear, directly in front of me, and then I will fuck off to there.
How big is the?
It's a 10-foot cube, and it acts. It's basically when I chuck it on the floor, it's the grease spell,
Nice.
which I'm going to have to find out what that actually does.
So, slick grease covers the ground in a 10-foot square centered on a point within range and turns it into difficult terrain for the next minute.
That's the
Okay,
grease
so where are
spell.
you aiming this? Yes.
When you read the oil
10
and slipperiness
foot.
description, now it says 8 hours. So is it the one with the grease
Right,
spell, or
so
the
for oil of slipperiness, that's if you rub it on yourself or those sorts of things.
want to use it as
Oh no,
oil?
for the in that spare 8 hours, ignore me, you are correct.
So, yeah.
So that is now going to be greased up for 8 hours.
So basically, the entrance, them 2 squares between Bothrid and the Duergar are now a slip and slide.
Well, it'll be that and the 2 to the left of them as well, presumably.
Square,
Yeah,
centre.
and I
10
suppose
foot
the 2
square.
squares they're currently standing on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, 10 foot square
So you're
would be
going
like...
for.
and technically because A is in it, he's got to make the dex save, right?
Yep, so it should be there.
Is it that, Samal, or is it, yeah, as I say, I was going to say that those 4.
Oh, yeah, no, you're right.
That
You're
should be
right.
10 foot
You're right.
square.
Yeah.
Yeah. That light
Yep.
grey square. Have you
Yep.
just, yeah. So
Cool.
A's got to make a dex
Yeah, as
save.
long as everybody can see that. So A needs to make a quick dexterity saving throw. Where is A? There we go. Let's get some dice out. Let's get some rolling done. Could be D&D, I suppose. Okay, that is an 8.
No, he is prone.
Nice. There we go. And this is where I really could have used
So
those
anybody
new
who passes
tokens.
through that area has got to do the dex save. And my dex save is a 15, so we'll do it as my spell save is a 15, so we'll do it as actually.
What colour shall we
Very-
have as prone?
Very nice.
Let's do.
I feel like that's a
we'll
good
stick with
start.
a.
That's good. That's good.
Let's go with a white
Nice!
prone. Okay, so A is now prone. Anything else on your turn, sir?
I will then use unsettling words on C, and he has to then subtract a 1d8 from his next saving throw before the start of my next turn.
Okay, what are those unsettling words?
I rimmed your mum. Why not?
Welcome back, Ender. Welcome back.
Indeed.
I want to hear
It's almost
that
like
in
we've
Mutt's
never been
voice.
away.
I rimmed your mum, you slag.
So, as you hear the leader sort of shout, Grimsha! The rest of them go, Grimsha! A, as you then throw this on the floor, goes, Grim, lands on his arse. C goes, Grim, huh? Like, totally confused by this sentence. And with that, you've used your movement, action, bonus action. We are then round to Bothrid. Bothrid, who sees you've thrown this on the floor, thinks, nope, not doing that. So instead, is going to pull a very, very familiar javelin off his back.
Yeah.
As he holds it in his hands, closes his eyes, whispers a word, turns and chucks it. And he's aiming to strike B, but that is obviously going to be a lightning bolt from there. So let's see if he hits first. In fact, let's do this the right way. Shall we rage first? Bothrid
That's
rages.
the best. Here's where all these Duergar
so he's
only
raging?
deal psychic damage.
Dum-dum-dum-dum. He's not going to get his reckless attack because this is not a melee attack, but still is going to throw it while raging. I believe that with a 13 to hit, get over, is not going to hit. However, the javelin just on past. Luckily, it still forms the lightning bolt. So, dexterity saving throws from A and B. That's a fail for A
Yeah.
and a fail for B. So they are both going to take an 4d6 lightning damage.
Nice. It's been a while since we've seen this, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's it. It's all down here from here.
So as Bothrid just picks this up,
It's going too well.
lightning bolt cascades out. They're going to take 17 points of lightning damage each.
Ooh.
And they're bloodied.
Absolutely. Not only is A prone, he's now bloodied, and B is also bloodied.
Oh, they're actually bloodied. Oh.
They are bloodied.
Joking.
No, I wasn't joking. They are bloodied. Bothrid then
Unless
sort of
this
peeks
isn't my
around,
final
looks where his
form.
javelin's gone, pays attention, and we are then over to Dargon.
God, fuck! I've thought this through.
Was that you and Dagon haven't thought that through?
Yeah, a little bit. Like, looking down the corridor, all the ball bearings like, you know, makes like half a step. He's like, oh, fuck it. And will, then, grasp Timiel's Wrath in both hands, close his eyes, and you just get this like immense light coming out of the sword. And as it diminishes, there are 3 more Dargons standing around him, all leering down the corridor. As I cast another image.
Nice.
Bringing an old one back. I bet you use
That's
it more
new.
wisely than
And
Amber
all
does.
of them are going to go, come on then.
That's a new toy.
These are just for show, but there you go.
Yeah.
3 Dargons appear.
In the Mighty Ducks
Okay,
flying
anything
V
else then?
formation as well.
What bonus actions have I got? I can't cast 2 spells in one go, can I?
Not unless one is a cantrip and a bonus action.
Which it's not. So the final check is yeah, I've got nothing. I'm all good. Go for it.
Okay, that will be you. Then we are over to Remley, who sort of now with these mirror images is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20 to there. And doesn't really want to step in the greasy floor. So instead is just going to take his shield out and plank it in front of him and take a defensive stance there as he casts or uses the dodge action, I should say. Kirik.
Oh, wow, they rolled really bad initiative then.
Yes, they
Cool.
did.
I'm going to look at all the Dargons and I'm going to say, excuse me, just passing through. And as I get there,
Pardon me, excuse me.
I'm just going to see the 4 Duergar and I'm going to regret this. I'm going to look at them and I'm going to kind of like imagine their like form and their spirit. And I'm just going to imagine 4 raven wings wrapping around them. And I'm going to cast Hold Person at 5th level to get all 4 of them.
Ooh, shit.
Oh, I've got a semi.
Okay. So that is a...
That is a wisdom saving throw on all 4.
Take that, motherfuckers.
Interesting. So, DWL first is going to get a 15.
He is paralyzed.
Paralysed.
Fails.
So we'll do paralysed in a nice... No, that's bodied. Let's do paralysed in a nice pink colour. Right.
Damn.
A, B and C. That is a 15 for A,
Fail.
13 for B,
Fail.
and a 14 for C.
They are all paralyzed.
Fucking hell, MVP
So
that.
A is now
What-
paralysed
what a
and prone. The rest are all... You just see them all just sort of...
And as I kind of do that, and just the strain of concentrating on that spell, because I am concentrating now, I'm just going to then move back here just in case. And yeah. And that is going to be my turn, I guess.
Good
Bonus action.
stuff.
I can't do anything as a bonus action, so yep. It's going to be my turn.
Okay.
That's a pretty good turn, mate. Pretty good.
Cheers.
Yeah, I'll be
Gindris.
happy with that.
Yeah.
Gindris is going to step up here, poke his head around the corner. He's going to look at you, Dogon. Mind if I have a go?
By all means.
Okay.
This is where just like scorching ray or
he-
something. Badass.
Is just going to poke his hand round, and this frigid
Firestorm.
beam of blue-white light is just going to down the hallway for 60 feet from where he is,
Oh.
which is going to get double D, E, and F. So they need to... it's a ranged spell attack, so... it's only against one target, ignore me. That's going to be against double D first. Rolling to hit. With a 21!
I'm
I
seriously
think it's
hoping
going to
that
hit double
hits.
D.
It doesn't
Double D
hit.
is going to take... How much damage is that? 18 points of cold damage. Cool. That is... what was that? That's going to be Gindris's go, I believe. Yeah, that will do for Gindris. As he just sort of... Well, that was fun. And then we are over to DWL, who is paralysed and can do nothing.
Can roll a wisdom saving throw at the end of its turn, though.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Try and escape.
13. No, wait for me. 14.
Still fails.
Still fails. Okay. A can do nothing except make a wisdom saving throw. Absolutely fails. B. 15 fails. C. 18.
That succeeds.
Okay, C is no longer paralysed, but it is the end of their turn.
Which one was that? B.
Okay. C.
C. Cool.
So then we're going to go over to D. What's D got up their sleeve? D's going to step to here, pull out a javelin, try and hit Dargon, which...
When do I roll a d20?
If it hits you.
You've got
Okay.
the spell. I think it's if it hits you, yeah.
Each time a creature targets you with an attack.
I wouldn't worry about it. It's a natural one.
Sweet. He slips on one ball bearing that went a little bit further.
Steps a little bit too far, slips a little bit, whoop, and the javelin just dunk, dunk, dunk down the hall.
Cling clang, cling clang, cling clang.
Yeah, twang, ding, tang, tang. He is then, however, going to step to the side, and probably off to the side once more as well. E is going to 5, 10, 15, 20 to there. That should be E, even though it's been somehow labelled F. Is then going to try and do the same thing. Javelin attack. Does a 12 hit?
No.
Going to move across the side. F. 5, 10, 15, 20 gets to there. I'm going to try and do the same. Javelin. Coming at you. For a 13. Going to miss. They're all shit. He is then going to step up to there, and because he is crossing the ball bearings to do so, dexterity saving throw. Natural 20. Survives. Does not fall prone. Double D. Okay. Double D is going to bring his fists up and just smashes them together, and as he smashes them together, this line of flames 100 feet long and 5 feet wide just rockets towards you.
That was unexpected.
I need Dargon and Kirik to make dexterity saving throws, please.
Yeah.
Yikes. I'm assuming full cover doesn't do anything to that.
No, not for that one, because it's just going to around it.
Yeah.
What do you need? Dexterity.
Dexterity saving throw, please.
Yeah, that'll be
It's
a
not going to
6.
catch me though, is it?
No, not going to catch you. It's just a 100-foot long, 5 feet wide, so it basically just fills this corridor.
13.
Is a failure. Dargon?
6.
Oh,
Okay,
fucking
you're
hell,
all
Dave.
both going to take 8 points of fire damage. That could have been so much worse. I rolled very low. So 8 points of fire damage, and we're going to roll a percentile dice here to see if the ball bearing survived.
Ah, nice.
I need to roll
Then they become-
a concentration check.
Concentration.
It could have been molten or something.
I'm going to use my inspiration for that.
Oh, shit.
Oh dear, that was not
Better.
I mean, that's pretty
Yep.
clutch inspiration dice, to be fair.
Rolled an 8 on the first one.
good stuff. The ball bearings survive.
Okay.
Even if it didn't survive,
And
would
so
they turn
we'll
into
then-
molten metal on the floor?
Yes,
Which is worse, right?
and would very rapidly cool.
Oh, okay.
Cool. We are then back round to the top to Ander.
So, my question is, that's a central column that goes all the way to the roof, isn't it? Not a podium.
Yes.
So really, I've put myself into a corner and now I can see fuck all. Apart from loads of Dargons, kick the back of Kirik's head.
Well, no.
Right.
Bearing in mind the height of these, Duergar, even prone, I reckon you could probably see part of this over Kirik's head.
Could I see, if I moved there, or no? So can I see B? Could I shoot at B, for example? No, I can only hit A, can't I? If I
Yeah, there's a wall in the way. You're not going to get B from there.
if I move here, I can get B. All I'm thinking is I don't want disadvantage on the shot. So
If
I
you
can
move
shoot at B
there,
from here.
You're going to have, that's like practically, think of how many people you've got to shoot through there. I'm going to say there's going to be an AC buff for that shot. Going to consider it like half cover.
I'm better off doing disadvantage on A then, aren't I?
It will be a normal roll because he's paralyzed, so you get advantage on the roll.
Paralysed, yeah.
Oh, thank you for that.
Prone and
Oh, I'll do
paralysed
that
currently.
then. I will put an arrow in my bow and I will try and do an alley-oop shot into A.
Roll to hit,
With
please.
A, 13 to hit.
So you fire it up, and it actually lands short, lands in the grease, and just sort of slides.
Yuck. That was shy, wasn't it?
Anything else?
I will then use a bonus action to do unsettling words on. I can only really see A. So to do on his next saving throw against hold person. So it's another D8 to subtract from his saving throw.
Okay. And actually, we didn't think about... Not that it mattered, because they failed anyway, but we didn't think about that last time. So we're doing A, unsettling words this time. Because that ends after your... their next turn, is that right?
When I start my turn, yeah.
When you start your turn, okay. So yeah. Okay, that will be you. Then over to Bothrid. Bothrid's not got a lot.
A is having such a shit time. Just fell on the floor, got paralysed. A lightning bolt just hit him, and now he can't, like, he's got settling words on him. It's a bad day. Bad day.
Gonna risk it.
Because he would ground and pound him.
Bothrid is, in his raging form, just seeing red, and seeing a foe down on the floor, is just going to step forward 5 feet. So that is a dex saving throw.
I was going to say, is there a...
sense?
Yes, does get advantage on that dex saving throw.
Nice.
King Bothrid!
King Bothrid.
Still
Doesn't
rolls a
roll very
14.
well, that was a 1 and a 5. It's a 7.
I like to think
Bothrid
he
sits on his arse.
slid to then, like... In my
So
head, that's what
Bothrid
he's
actually just steps forward and... like something out of Home Alone.
Nice.
So that's going to be...
use half of his movement to get back up.
Yeah, he's going to use half his movement to then stand up. And then is raging anyway, so we're going to get reckless attack, and the double-bladed quarterstaff is coming out.
Oh, A's gold.
So first attack.
See ya.
Any
That is
attack
a
that hits
24
A is
to
critical
hit.
hit.
Crit.
Because he's paralysed.
That is true.
That is 15 points
Any
of
melee
damage to
attack, I should
A,
say.
and A is gone.
It's going well. I'm happy about this.
Surely
Don't
can't
say
go
that.
against our favour.
So A's out. Now, what's the rule on this?
Why did you do a mischievous laugh? I feel like there's trouble coming.
Because Bothrid's going to try and now walk further. So how far's Bothrid moved? He's moved
I think he should
5,
just
and then
like
half of
10
crawl himself
feet,
along.
20 feet. Sorry, hang on guys. So he moved 5 feet, at 40 feet, so he's moved 20 feet to get up.
25
So he's got
feet.
20 feet left. Okay, so he's going to go 5, 10. Should be able to just walk straight out of that because he's already succeeded on the save. Each creature standing near him succeeding a dexterity saving throw or fall prone. A creature that enters the area or ends its turn there must also succeed in a dexterity saving throw. So yeah, he's now exited. He should be fine. So B is also paralysed, so this is going to be at advantage as well. 24, crit. $15 points of damage on B. So B is dead as well.
We're all standing
See
here while
how the-
Bothrid just clears up all four.
Bothrid sort of walks out, slips, stands up, and then just into the prone and paralysed A. Then stands up, does this little dash towards B, spins the quarterstaff round, and slices across the middle as the Duergar is paralysed and guts just fall out. And I mean, the Duergar's still there because it's paralysed, it's just stood still as its guts are spilling on the floor. Bothrid is then going to turn his attention to C to do that small bonus action jab. Still at advantage.
Nice.
And we'll see what happens.
Come on.
22. So
Nice.
it's going to be a 1d4 plus 5.
How do we work out horizontal jumping distance, by the way, guys?
For
You get a
actually
run up,
strength.
isn't it?
Strength score.
Nice.
Yeah, strength score.
As long as you have a
4 plus
10-foot
5,
runner up.
9, 10, 11 points of damage to C.
Half for if you don't have a
1
run.
point of damage to C. And that is Bothrid's turn. Dargon.
Looking at the fact that these guys aren't coming through the corridor anytime soon, I'll turn to Gindris and go, tell me if they come down the corridor.
What? Yes. Oh, quite right.
And I'm going to make... So... Is this going to... Is a jump. So if I want to, if I just say what I'm going to do, go left over the... and jump over the grease slide, whatever. How much movement is it going to use? Bear in mind, I think I can jump 20 feet horizontally. Can I also jump diagonally across it so that I'm there? Or do I have to do something more simple?
No.
Like,
Think about the
straight
mechanics
across?
of that one.
No, I just mean if I'm
Yeah,
standing there
if
and
you-
I jump sort of... Yeah. I know there's a wall in the way. I was
That's
just trying
still,
to
you're going to have to try and jump around a wall. You'd be
Yeah.
better trying to go the other way.
Okay. How much movement is it going to get? Can I get round to sort of the other side of C? 5, 10.
Well, if you were to jump from where you are to the square next to Bothrid, that's a 15-foot jump. 20, 25, 30 to get you to C then.
Yeah, do that. So I make it
If
over
you can
there.
make that 15-foot jump standing still.
I can make it. So hang on a minute. Oh right. So 5, 10. Gives me a run up, but does that not work now? I'm running diagonally.
So 5, 10, and then you jump.
Yeah, which means that I got a 10-foot run up, meaning I can actually jump 20 feet horizontally. And 8 foot off the ground. Apparently.
Okay, bear with
Whether that
me.
means I can clear Bothrid or not.
Why is,
Yeah, I
why
see.
is jumping such a pain in the
Well, I was
backside?
just about to say, well, I just had to go onto and the website and just like, you know, it's a calculator of how far I can jump. So,
Yeah, it's a long jump.
yeah.
Because how much movement have you got?
So I've got 30 feet to use in total.
It's just whether the distance covered by the jump counts as movement or not.
Yeah.
It counts as movement speed.
Then, yeah.
So yeah, then I won't, unless I get to,
As
and I'll
far
move
as
myself
I'm
and I'll move
aware.
myself back. But that sounds that if I go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, yeah, I wouldn't make it. I'd only get to there, wouldn't I? I was trying to think of even if I get to there, that's technically still in combat with C.
Yep.
Right, fuck it. This is taking too long. I'm going to walk up to 10, walk up 10 foot there, and I'm just going to blast C with an Eldritch Blast. There you go. Right, that was easier.
Well,
jump.
no, hang on.
Go on then.
Fuck this
You
mechanic.
can't just
Eldritch
jump and get
Blast.
away with it. So I need an athletics check, please.
Are you going to jump now?
I was going to say, if I can jump, but it was looking like I wasn't going to make it.
Oh, sorry, were you just running through it?
No, I was also going to
He's
say
just
that.
standing there.
I'm just going to say, right, scrap the jump.
Oh, you stand there.
I
Right,
don't
ignore
understand
me.
how to do it. I'm going to move 10 feet to where I am, point at C, and Eldritch Blast. Yeah.
Works for me.
Yeah. It's not even Eldritch Blast that I want to use because
That was hella complicated.
I meant Guiding Bolt, and it's probably going to fuck up. So yeah, Guiding Bolt. That's it. Right. Ooh, that misses 10.
Yes, absolutely misses, as your streak of golden light just fizzles off into the distance.
That's not what else I can do.
Okie dokie.
That was a fail.
Kirik. No. Remley. Remley is keeping a close eye on Gindris, and is just going to stay there, taking the dodge action. Now we'll go over to Kirik.
Yeah, sorry, I just thought of something to do, and then I forgot. Yeah, cool. That should work. I'm going to move slightly to my left, not liking the fact that that fire just hit me. And just being able to see DWL, I'm going to look towards him. I'm going to, like, wriggle my hand up. I'm going to cast Sacred Flame on him. And because he's paralyzed, he's automatically going to fail that save. It's a dex. Which means he's going to take 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 20 points of radiant damage.
Nice.
And then I'm going to, that fire is going to all kind of converge on one point and form a spiritual weapon right in front of him, with which I shall attack.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is how to use a cantrip and a spell.
Yeah, love it. Love to see it. I'll just do that second level. Which means I get to attack with advantage. Yay. Boom. That should hit 26 to hit.
Yes.
And that's going to be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. 12 points of force damage.
12 points of force damage as this little raven wing-like thing just punches in. Or raven feather, I should say. And with that...
That's my action, my bonus action.
DWL's go. They are paralysed and can do bugger all except a saving throw at the end of their turn. Yeah, still paralysed. This is really fucking me up, guys.
You're welcome.
Not impressed. C.
That's what clerics do, man.
Check the whole conditions, paralysed.
He's even more livid because his team is 1-0 down at the minute.
Yeah, Leicester are 1-0 down as well. It's all fine.
Apparently. So,
Apparently that one hit a nerve. Good goal from West Ham, I'll give it to him. Okay, so Duergar C is just simply now going to turn on Bothrid and gets advantage on the attack.
I would be more annoyed if it wasn't for the fact that we would be in a lot worse danger if it wasn't for 2 weeks ago I did something that's stopping half of them getting to us for the moment.
yeah?
I'd be pissed.
Gonna swing with the war pick. That's probably not gonna hit because that's a 9, 10, 11, 12. That's a 13. Is not gonna hit Bothrid at all. And yeah. So Bothrid just ducks out the way as this huge, great war pick just over his head, even.
I like to think I did that slippery thing to protect us all from the big, huge Duergar, and Bothrid's just like, "You stupid boy! I can't smash things now."
He's raging. He don't give a shit. D, you hear some words of Dwarvish shouted from Double D. D is then going to precariously 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 hopefully to there. The ball bearings. Dex saving throw. Absolutely succeeds. So he's going to get to there. So that's 25. That's all they can move. E He's going to try and do the same. Dex saving throw. Huh. He is going to take 5, 10 slip and fall on his ass.
Nice.
He is now prone. F is going to try and get in there. F is also now there on his ass, prone. Okay. Double D.
Maybe it is time for just like a slide
Double
and
D,
smack.
double D.
Like a rock and roll knee slide. but
Yeah.
With the weapon. Yeah. Or like a toddler at a wedding sliding on their knees. Or just with a deadly weapon in their hands.
Yeah. Holding
only
a
If only I had Sunbeam right now.
Double D this time is just going to point a finger at the pillar behind Dargon.
Uh-oh.
Fireball.
I very quickly have to close that folder down, go to that one. So many spells. Where are you? There we go.
Holy.
As this cloud just
Uh-oh.
creates from that.
Counterspell.
Okay. You want to
Can't
counter
see
spell?
As my reaction, yeah.
You can't.
I don't want to
see.
find out what that does.
You can't see him.
Ah, cock and balls.
You're also more than
As you
what is it,
were,
30 feet
gentlemen.
away as well?
You are more than 30 feet away, so that wouldn't
Yeah.
have worked.
Like 60 feet for counterspell.
Oh, right.
Is it 60 feet? I thought it was 30 feet.
Still, don't you
I
have
shall
to
get
see?
it up now. I just see it in the inventory and I went, do it!
Just legendary. Bloody good idea.
Have you got counter spell?
Ring
I've
of
got the ring of
Counterspell.
counterspell.
You've actually got that spell.
I've got the ring
Ah,
of
your ring of counter
counterspell.
spell, yeah, of course.
Oh yeah.
And it is 60 feet.
You have to be able to see it though.
Yes, the counter spell still requires you to be able to see. Yeah, so if you look at the casting time, one reaction which you take when you see a creature within 60 feet of you casting a spell. When you see a creature. So you don't see the creature casting a spell, you just see the spell.
Cock. A for effort though.
Ah, bloody good idea. Wonderful
Nice try,
idea.
very nice try.
Yeah.
Did love it. So this now yellow, nauseating gas just begins to permeate around the area and sort of spreads out to where you can see. Yeah. Then around to Under. So, Under. I need you to make a
Yes.
Constitution saving throw, please.
I might use my point of inspiration for this, you know. No, I've got lucky points.
I was about to say, you
Roll,
yeah, you
roll
you
it first.
you
Roll
also
it
don't-
first
Yeah,
and see
you
what
also
happens.
don't need. Yeah, add your inspiration afterwards if you need to. Not add it, but
7. So
Yeah.
I would like it to go again.
Okay.
Never mind. That was a 2.
Okay.
7 then.
You
Was my
are
best
now
one.
going to spend your entire action retching and reeling as this cloud just permeates your nostrils and you just chuck up all over the place.
I'm a twat. I should have given. No. Should I give myself? Did I give myself inspiration?
probably not on that. It's probably a high DC.
No. I've done it now. So I'm gipping. Brilliant.
You are gipping indeed.
Chunks are
Dargon.
flying. Yes, am I
Is
also
my
making
bonus
I
one?
need you to make me a
As well.
Constitution saving throw, please.
I should just make it round to tabaxi. Oh wow, that's 27.
Yeah, okay, you're fine.
I couldn't roll much higher apart from a natural 20, so that's fine. Right. No, hang on a minute. Is it Bothra's go?
No, it's your go.
Oh, yeah,
Bothra's
sorry.
after-
Yes, it is Bothrid's.
I was going to say, no.
No,
did
it
I-
is Bothrid's go.
Yeah.
Boffred's going to... No, Boffred doesn't need to make a constitution
Keep that
saving
roll
throw.
though,
Boffred's just going to
finish.
wreck the attack.
That was a good save.
It's because I did the click of next on D&D Beyond Encounter Builder, which is far too easy to do, and you can't go back. Oh, yes, you can, apparently. Okay, right. Bothrid. Reckless attack on C. Double blade, quarterstaff, advantage. Let's go. Slice and dice. 23 to hit. So he's not paralysed, so that's going to be 9 points of damage to C. 11 points of damage to C, even. Rage damage. C is now bloodied. He's going at him again. With advantage. 26 to hit. It's going to be 10 points of damage. C is gone.
Hey!
Bothrid is then 5, 10, 15 up to DWL. He's going to use his bonus action attack.
At advantage.
At advantage anyway, because he's
Oh, he's reckless.
reckless. Yeah, so that's 19 to hit, which is... Is that going to hit DWL? It is not going to hit DWL, I don't think.
Oh.
Does not hit.
19
And
does
now-
not hit.
It is Dargon's go. Just twangs off this plate armor.
Yeah, no, he's got it. Seeing that he's just taking these guys out, I'm going to go back and I'm going to run down the corridor. I'm going to say that I kind of slide down it. We'll see whether I slide gracefully or land on my ass. But I am going to go...
Well, you have a choice, because with ball bearings you can use half your movement speed
Right.
um,
Okay, so 5,
to
10,
not have to make a save.
15, 20, 25, 30. I will do that and smack the crap out of D.
So you walk very, very carefully. D just looks up. Fuck.
Hello, matey.
Which kind of comes out as a fuck.
Okay. So, now, double-handed Timiel's Wrath. Checking for bonus actions, I'm going to use a fainting attack. So I swing one way and then slice the other. And that
Nice.
will be advantage on it. Didn't really need it, I don't think, for 31 to hit.
No, doesn't hit.
Just out of curiosity, not that I want you to miss, can you do fainting attack in a really small corridor?
But hang on. You saved your Constitution saving throw. Ignore me.
Oh, yeah. I just used that last one we did.
Carry on.
Fainting attack, you can spend one superiority die to use a bonus action on your turn, and it's just doing that. So basically, I'm giving it flavour of the fact that I'm.
It's not the one where you move around them, is it?
No, that one is the other one I've got, which is when I swap out someone.
Yeah.
So no, this one is
Sorry,
me
I got
like
confused.
going to stab them on the left and then quickly going round and like stabbing them on the right. So that's what I'm doing. Anywho, I've got to get back. Yes, that's a D10. And my superiority die. So that is, oh god, that superiority die, screw you. 15 points of slashing damage. I rolled a 1 on the superiority die, that was rubbish.
15 points of slashing damage. Sing. D is now blooded.
Okay, second attack, 27 to hit. 12 points of slashing damage.
How would you like to do this?
As I slice him with the first attack, I'd like him to like almost slide on the ball bearings, but upright, up against the wall, and then I'll just bring it round and just chop his head off.
Okay, so he does slip a little bit, and you just heads fly, blood spatters, the ball bearings are now even more slippery. Yeah, that's you.
Yeah, because I've used all my movement now, haven't I?
And there's now a conga line of Dargons.
There is a conga line of Dargons, and I can't reach F, and I'm so pissed about that. Yes, that is my go, yeah.
Very well. Then we are over to Remley, who needs to make a Constitution saving throw. .26, fine. So Remley is then going to yeah, he's not going to do that.
Is he going to get involved?
Can he get involved is the big thing. He's going to attempt to. He's going to come down to here. Going to there, he's going to make a dexterity saving throw. Which is a 15.
That is the DC.
Hey!
Makes it. So there's then going to...
Low centre of gravity though, isn't it? So he's fine.
Indeed, so that was 10, 15, 20, 25, around to there. And Remley will then draw the long sword. He's going to attack 3 times.
Oh,
Which I do believe will
3
be
times with advantage. That's... He's gone. He's gone. And all hits are critical.
29 to hit with the first one.
Yeah,
Single-handed.
DWL's done.
But it crit anyway. So that will be 9 points of damage on the first hit to DWL. It's not a huge amount of damage, mind you. Remley is then going to attack again with advantage. Yep, 28 hits. Crit damage. 16 points of damage, that's a bit better on DWL. Suppose I should probably do this as well. And then the third hit coming in from Remley. At advantage. 29 hits. That is a critical anyway because of improved
On a
critical.
19. Nice.
Oof.
Yes.
So it's not going to be a double crit, it's just crit. So that's an extra 19 points of damage, which was exactly the number that he needed. So you see Remley sort of precariously step out, sort of holds his breath, steps out onto this grease, gets over it, and then sort of just rushes forward, shield in hand, just, for my brothers! And stabs into the centre and just drags it out as DWL, the guts just spill forth. DWL's hammer, which glows slightly pink. Now that Bothrid,
Nice.
Remley, and probably Kirik from here are paying slight attention, and just the eyes go sort of dull, even more lifeless than they already are. DWL is still standing, of course, but DWL is dead. Fuck you all.
Sorry, Matt. I need
I'm not
a...
sorry at all.
I was about to say, you've
I need
been
a
planning
con
for 2
saving
weeks.
throw, right?
We've been planning for 2 weeks.
You do need to make a Constitution saving throw, that is correct.
There's a natural 1 save.
No, it didn't.
You're just throwing up a kidney.
You spend your entire action just... Oh,
I'm pretty sure a bit of poo comes out with a natural 1 as well.
I'm tempted to make you do it for 2 rounds with a natural 1.
If you want.
That's fine. I won't be that cruel.
Do I get a
your go.
movement?
You can still move. You just have to spend your action.
Yeah, I'll try to move away. Kind of just feeling.
Now there is an
the wall.
important point here. Creatures that don't need to breathe or are immune to poison will automatically succeed on the saving throw. I don't think any of you are immune to poison.
I need to breathe.
Only disease.
I'm immune to acid. Well, resistant to acid, that's it.
I'm going to like walk and try to like feel the wall around me and eventually reach here and try to make my way through. It's going to be the worst turn in history.
Dex save.
Yep. That's a 4.
This was supposed to discourage people
So you
from
fall
walking across
prone.
it. Everybody has walked across it.
I'm in a big cloud that's making me like red. I'm going to leave.
Now the question is, does falling prone hinder your concentration at all? Not that it
It
matters.
doesn't matter, they're all dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not concentrating anymore because the spell's gone.
Oh,
Which is a good point. Yeah, I'm going to end my turn there because that's funny.
shame you don't
So
get
you're going to
any-
end your turn prone there. Great
Sh-
stuff.
Yeah.
Shame you don't
You
get
threw
inertia,
fell on
just
your
to like
ass.
slide a little bit further out, like, oh no!
Whilst vomiting.
Yeah, projectile vomiting just shoves you sideways.
I'm going to say the vomit mixes in with the grease and it's disgusting at this point.
Oh, it's like
Lovely.
4 o'clock,
Horrendous.
in the middle of a city on the streets. It's horrible.
Gindris.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Gindris is going to make a constitution saving throw.
Oh, if he succeeds, he's weird.
Fine. Sort of looks
Wow.
around going, well, that certainly stinks, doesn't it? What a horrid stench. Can't get to you, doggone. Let's just see. 10, 15, 20.
So if we can slowly.
Going to step round to there. It's going to place a hand on you, Kirik. And is going to use a second level cure wounds.
Oh, lovely little
13
fella.
points of healing.
Which has all
Interesting.
confused us because we have no idea what he is now.
What class is he?
13 points of healing.
I can
7 different classes.
Cool.
I'm back on full.
Nice.
It's just going to pat you on the... There, Kirik. Do stand. We have a fight to continue. Yes, does smell rotten, doesn't it?
I'm fine. Oh, no, I'm
And that
fine.
will be Gindris's go. DWL's dead, so we don't need to worry about him. E. Can't do fuck all because F's in the way.
Come on out of
So
the go
we'll go
if you
straight to
think
F.
you're on it.
F is going to move very precariously. 5'10", up to there.
Watch me fail my saving throw
And-
next round.
In fact, E is going to go invisible.
Was it what?
Ah!
Okay. F is then going to attempt to smash Dargon in the face with a war pick.
Oh, go on.
12.
No. Counters off the
Nope.
sword.
Okay, so then double D. He's getting a bit fed up with this.
I felt like we're kicking his ass from him.
I was going to say, I'm going to get a fireball to the testicles right now.
Your kilt and bollocks are going to be singed.
Talk about hot and sweaty down there, damn.
I've got some talc in my bag of holding.
I need after sun after this.
Some aloe vera over there.
Oh, lads, I've not chased like this for a while. Jesus.
After sun is brilliant.
I thought the kilt was helping, but fucking hell, those spells get right at me, Jackson. Jesus Christ.
Oof.
Double D
Did you get
is
an Eldritch Blast up your bum?
Oof. right up the Aspidistris.
Guiding bolt.
As
Right
F
up the-
misses, you just hear Double D shout something in Dwarvish, which sounds like a very derogatory. It just sounds like a derogatory comment. And again, this roaring of flame is just going to dash out. 100 feet long, 5 feet wide. So I need
Is that
F
friendly
and
fire?
Dargon to make dexterity saving throws. Yep.
Presumably even E. Boom! That's a natural 1.
F got a natural 1 as well, so that is a critical fail, which we know on saves means critical damage.
Double damage!
Did you get a fail as well, Dave? A 1?
Natural 1.
Oh, cock.
So that's going to be a lot of fire. That is 36 points of fire damage.
Morning,
Should have been
Vicar.
alright there.
Wow, you
Yeah.
did roll low the first time.
Yes, I did.
Bloody
That
hell.
was a crit damage, by the way.
Yeah, that was crit damage, so that was
Yeah.
double as well. But
Yeah, so that was
I will
double.
also use my reaction to reduce the damage by 1d12 plus 4.
Nice.
The ball bearings
kill
are
zone,
also
mate.
melted.
Fine.
Yep. Just
so-
incinerated this Duergar. Not helping him. Not doing anything for him.
Oh, damn. What about E? Is E's disappeared? Did we hear a yell from another one?
Make me a perception check, please.
Sweet! Well, that's not bad. Perception, that's 17.
You hear nothing but the screams of F
Nice.
as it just gets burned and mangled. And then we are over to... As I just kill F. Ander, once more. Constitution saving throw, please, sir.
Did every one of Dargon's mirror images have to do a concentration saving throw? Or is it only physical attacks that they have an AC for?
Mirror image is just it's a bit of a weird spell. It doesn't really do anything,
They're not-
to be honest.
they're
apart
not-
from
they're not
hit you
affected
with a melee
by-
attack.
Yeah. They have an
They're not
AC
affected
of
by area
12
effect.
for me, but yeah, area effect doesn't get nothing, so.
So if somebody tries to hit Dargon with a melee attack, he then rolls a d20, and there's a certain thing
Yeah.
which,
I have to roll numbers
if he
as
rolls
to
the
whether it
number,
hits so
the
that
creature
one.
doesn't hit him, it hits one of his mirror images.
I got 19 on the con save.
19 is enough.
Yes. So I've stopped wrapping up. I've stopped being sick. And
So you have stopped being
I would
sick,
li-
and you can now move, use your actions and bonus actions.
right, can I? Are the mirror images? I used to have this spell, and obviously I only used it once, so I can't remember. Can I touch the mirror images in the sense that I'll tell you what I want to do, and you'll see if it's allowed. I want to run, jump onto the shoulders of Dargon, run across all of the Dargons, to then shoot an arrow at Double D.
So you don't need to
So
worry
cool.
about the other Dargons that are there. They are not. They don't really have corporeal form.
They're not actually there, and they're probably like all cramped next to me, sort of thing. It's kind of like.
Oh, in
Yeah,
that case, then
it's.
I will run.
In
and
fact,
I
for the
will-
sake of this, because it's causing confusion, let's just spin them.
Yeah.
In that case, then I want to do something
Pardon
cool. Instead of going over Dargon, I'll go under him. That's easier. So I will run 5, 10, 15, 20. Slide
Chat,
under on my
get ready
knees,
for every joke in the book.
land there, and as I go under, obviously I see the twins as I go under. But because I've got my bow and arrow,
Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-lang.
the tip of it just misses his scrotum.
Just
as
gonna
I
tickle
slide
it.
under.
Make me an acrobatics check, please.
I'm going to get an
Happily.
arrow in the scrotum. This is brilliant.
I was waiting for that.
I mean, Dargon's not circumcised, but he might be after this.
Healing word, you bastard!
16.
So you
And I've got
slide
plus
under, and your
12.
arrow just tickles the left nut.
And then as I come round and then come up, bang, fire an arrow straight at Double D.
Okay, roll to hit, please.
A 21 to hit
Is the magic number?
Oh, damn.
with
Wow.
oh shit
How do you
damage.
see?
8 piercing damage,
8 piercing damage.
but I don't get to use my sneak attack, which is shite.
No, you do not.
Should have hidden behind me. Oh no, only halflings can do that.
And as my bonus action, hang on, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, I've used my full speed. I was going to then use a bonus action to hide behind you because I'm now right in the firing line. That's all I can do then.
That's all you can do.
To get advantage, and I'll use
So,
sneak attack. Did not think that through.
Bothrid then, raging, is just looking around. Sees
Does
the
Double D
stinking
need to make a
cloud.
concentration check?
Yes. Double D does. How much damage is
Thank
that?
you, Kirik. I only rolled 8 damage, so it's pretty shy, isn't it?
It's a con saving throw, isn't it?
Aye.
10 exactly.
Oh!
Damn.
Damn you.
Just. That was a very, very bad roll. But just manages to maintain concentration. Thank you for the reminder on that one. So Bothrid raging is now going to 5, 10. We're going to have to make 2 checks here. That is going to be shit, and I'm not throwing the dice across the room. That's a con saving throw. Saves, and then a dexterity saving throw at advantage. 15. Ignore that, because that's 15 on the dice. That is 17.
Just to save on slipping, that's...
I'm assuming saves.
Passes, yeah, that saves that.
I think it was 15 the DC on that.
Yeah.
15, 20, 25, 30 to there.
Whoa, move! Must kill!
It's Bothrid to go. Dargon. Constitution saving throw, please, because you're just in that.
Right on the edge. 24.
You're fine.
Right, is it difficult terrain to get past under? Or can I not get past
I mean,
him?
there's really not a lot of room for you to squeeze past there.
So,
I'm
is it
actually
difficult
gonna
terrain or
say-
can I not get past?
I don't think you'll be able to get past. It's not a very wide room. I mean, you can try and jump over him.
Yes, absolutely 100%. Let's do this as a roll. Go for it.
Athletics check, please.
Okay.
Athletics, acrobatics. Bear with me.
I'd prefer athletics with just pure power.
I know you would.
Powering through Ender.
I know you would. Athletics check, please.
Hey, right, come on. If I have to use my inspiration on this, I'm going to be pissed. Oh, no, I'm alright. 23.
23. You just, from where you are, you stand and launch up. And, Andy, you just feel this
As for the second time
Goliath
tonight,
just
you see my
lands in
testicles.
front of you.
But he's gonna
As the
land
kilt
full of
blows
kilt,
up and there's
so
just
it's gonna be-
testicles,
it's
arse crack.
starfish, isn't it?
And the ground shakes in front of you as this Goliath lands.
I assume that has also used 10 foot of movement to do so.
So that would have been a high jump. So that would be number of feet equal to 3 plus your strength modifier,
20.
which I can't remember.
Oh,
for you
modifier plus
is
5.
Yeah, so that would have been 8 feet.
15.
I think you've managed to jump over him. That's fine. You must move 10 feet before the gel. We'll ignore that for now because we're all cool. When you make a standing high jump, you can only jump half that distance. Yeah, rule of cool. I didn't read it. It's fine. Yeah, that's fine. So you have used 10 feet of movement.
Lovely. 15, 20, and swipe at D, double D.
Give it a go.
Fainting attack again before I roll. So that's another superiority die. Bonus action. Ooh, shit. Oh, no, sorry. Yeah, I'm just giving myself advantage, you tit. Yeah. So 21.
Is the magic number?
I fucking rolled bad then. That was bad. That was bad.
You must have done, yeah.
Oh, it's a 7 and a 9. That was horrendous. Oh, man. I was like, I'm going to miss. 25 points of slashing damage.
25 points of slashing damage.
Second attack. 22 to hit.
Is going to hit. Just.
Oh, I can't do math tonight. That is 13 points of slashing damage.
13 points of slashing damage. As Double D is now bloodied.
Action surge.
Me.
If there was ever going to be a time to use it.
Right, no more of them, so just straight attacks now. Miss with a 16.
You just this time swing, and this iron fist just catches the blade.
And in true action surge style, so does the second one.
And the iron fist this time catches your first strike, and then almost like something out of the Matrix, just catches the second. And these grey Duergar eyes just stare deep into yours, Dargon. And then we move to Remley. Remley's just going to be like, oh, for fuck's sake. And 5, 10, 15. Con, saving throw. Saves. Dexterity saving throw. I think that's going to save anyway because it's a 12 on the dice.
Didn't Double D take damage that turn as well?
Yeah, go with. How much damage was that? A lot.
I don't think it was over 20 on
I
a
don't.
single attack though.
No. I think the most damage you... He's gone, hasn't he?
I don't think he did over 20, so it would be
Where is it?
I'll look at the game log.
10s.
It's gonna
He
be
doesn't
10s.
roll there.
He uses manual.
Of course you don't.
That is... I mean, it's a 9 on the dice, so... Yeah, that's fine. Saves. Concentration still up. I mean, I can roll it for each of the attacks if we want, but I think it's just after all the damage is done, isn't it?
No, it's about after each time you take damage.
Actually, damage. Okay, so... Second one, save. Third, natural one. Stinky Cloud gone.
Stinky Cloud is gone.
Concentration on that spell. Thank you very much. Okay, so Remley doesn't need to worry about that, just needs to make the dexterity saving throw. Natural 20. Remley is then going to come around and just stand next to Gindris.
Well, guess I'm back to guarding you. Keep your head down.
Kirik. Chrome,
Well, I'm going to
currently.
attempt to get up. Using my 15 feet of movement. And then I will kind of look at these two, realize that they seem to be mostly okay. I'm going to, once again, excuse me. So 5, 10, 15. See Bothrid here. Can I see Double D, considering that there's a big Dargon
Not
in front
really,
of
there's
him?
3 people in the way. Dargon's like right up close to it. Found it.
That's fair. There's really not much. I would like to just very... Ooh. Hold that thought.
Oh, light bulb's gone on.
Oh, he's got something he doesn't need to see him for.
Light bulb.
Light bulb.
Is he also frozen there? No, he is. No, that was
No,
like
no,
you're
no.
like Drax there.
I was about to say, the fact that you just don't move.
I still stand so incredibly still. Seeing that, and seeing that I can't actually see him, but I get a vague idea of where he is because of Dargon, I'm going to move my spiritual weapon because it can move through objects. 20 feet.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
And attack.
Attack!
Attack. Dagger.
That's not going to hit with 15.
Not on this stream. Not gonna hit.
That is my turn. Yeah, that's my turn. Nothing else I can do.
Okay.
I want to do.
Gindris is just gonna stand there and. Well, I think, Flemlu, that they probably have this now. I might just have a sit. And Gindris is just gonna sit down.
Kirik gives him the side eye.
I was just going to say, I hope there was an eye roll from Kirik then, because he's the only one who heard it.
Absolutely.
I hope he sits in sick.
Yeah.
E is then going to appear behind Dargon. And to try and smack you. Of course you did. 19. To hit.
19 hits Dargon, I think.
Is Dave,
Doggone.
is Dave frozen?
No, I haven't, sorry.
Dargon.
Yes.
He was too busy looking at Pebble's arsehole.
19 hits.
19 misses, 20 AC.
Misses. So he pops out, swings, misses. And again, you just see Double D just sort of look around with a face like, really?
Well, as I say, you know, with 19, he hits me, just hits armour.
So then Double D, with you stood in front of him, Dargon, is going to take these iron fists that he has and is just going to punch forward at you. That is a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do it.
You are going to take 17 points of bludgeoning damage, and I need you to make me a strength saving throw.
You're going to fall over.
I'm going to crush E, hopefully.
Or be pushed, yeah.
Oh, strength saving throw, was it?
Yes.
That'll be a 28.
28, nice. It's then going to do that again.
Oh, for fuck's sake, I can't get a 19 again.
For an unnatural 20 to hit.
Meets my armor class.
So he's going to hit. So that is going to be 16 points of bludgeoning damage. And I need a strength saving throw, please.
Okay. Come on. Oh, terrible. Rubbish. 14.
I really didn't think this through. I really, really, really did not think this through.
Someone's going to get squished.
Rest of the map. Oh well, fail. Anyway, what was that, sorry?
Yeah, it was a 14.
A 14. You would fly back 30 feet, however you smack into E, hit the floor, and you are going to take an additional 7 points of bludgeoning damage, as you now land prone.
30 feet? Okay, now.
It's then going to, as you are laid prone, lift up its foot and stomp down on top of you, or attempt to. That is going to be a 25 to hit.
Yep.
Right on the gooch.
You're going to take 17 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yep.
Now,
This
as
guy
you're
hits
prone,
hard.
that should be at advantage, shouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm just going to re-roll that just to see if it comes out as a natural 20. Which it didn't, so we're all good. It's then going to do that again.
How many attacks you got here?
4 attacks, Jesus.
This is a 19 to hit, so misses with the second one. With its fourth attack. And
Nice.
that will be Double D. Round to the top, and a...
We're just seeing this bloke appear right in front of me. I'm just going to go, ah! And panic fire an arrow straight at him.
Brilliant.
Go for it.
Oh, it was on a 19 and then it rolled over to a 3, 14 to hit.
Misses.
Can I use my
The
inspiration?
arrow just... You can.
I'll have another bash. 26, 25 to hit.
25 will hit.
That's better. With 9 piercing damage. Do I get the sneak attack because he's next to Duergar?
No, because it's not advantage, it's inspiration. Oh, sneak attack is next to Duergar, yes.
With then a 15 sneak attack.
Nice.
Sneak attack damage. Don't forget the D4.
Oh, then I get the D4.
D4.
This could be it. This could be what kills him off. I got a 4 as well.
How do you want to do this?
Hey, look at that.
So the panic arrow is not really aimed very well, but it still managed to go straight through his throat.
And it just pokes out from, because you're firing at its
Yeah.
back, it just pokes out. It's just out.
Drowns in his own blood a
Down to
little
the
bit.
floor. Coughing on blood. Okay. Anything else you
So
wish to do, sir?
technically, if I fire with advantage, if I shoot with advantage, have I wasted? Is that 2 arrows, or is it 1 arrow?
There's one
It's
arrow.
in it.
Yeah.
At a moment, sorry.
Anything else?
I will, yes, 5, 10, 15, 20. Move there so I'm out of everyone else's way.
Okie dokie. Bothrid.
So I can hear
Finally.
Buffett frothing at the mouth behind me.
Bothrid just like this. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 35 to there. And he's just going to look at you, dog, and mine! You are prone anyway.
Fucking
Reckless.
prone, you twat.
Misses with a 13. Oh, really? Well, that one hit with a 28, but there was a fucking natural 1 in there as well. 2d4 plus 5, that could be 10. 12 points of slashing damage. And bonus attack. Reckless still, advantage. Just hits. Just.
Oh.
21.
It's a hell of an armor class, that, isn't it?
That's going to be 2, 4, 9 points of slashing damage. That's Bothrid's go. Doggone. Would you like to
Use
stand?
half my movement to stand up.
Okay.
Tower over D. And I will use another fainting attack from my bonus action. So I will roll with advantage. So that is... I'll hit with a 30, but let's just find out. Yeah, I'll hit with a 30. And... 25 points of slashing damage. Fucking furious. And then attack again for a 29 to hit
Yes.
for 16 points of slashing damage.
How would you like to do this?
Oh wow.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean he's just like so pissed that he got knocked down by a 4' nothing guy. I think it's going to be that he sort of, I don't know. I'd like to do something with like the gauntlets that he hit me with. Like, you know, I'll slice, you know, once across him, and then just like chop one of his hands off, just because I'm pissed at the at them.
So we'll say you do it this way. With your first attack, you actually take both hands off, and it just sort of is stood there like that, stumps open, and you then just take the blade straight down through the throat, twist it, draw it out. Double D just slumps to the floor.
Nice.
He's gone, and we are
I like
out
that.
of combat. However, as we are out of combat, the whole mine shakes.
Oh no.
Everybody make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Four.
12.
22.
Okay. Let's just go through this. Everybody but Ander falls prone.
Nice.
Prone. I don't know why I'm bothering doing this, to be honest. But yeah, you all fall prone, and then there is a voice that rings out in your ears.
The overlords are coming. Live in fear.
We're going to take a short break.
Hey, all.
Victory!
Hello! So, victorious. You
Victory
are
or death!
for a second until the mind shakes.
Yep.
And that voice speaks out, live in fear, and you all fall to the floor prone, apart from Ander, who just sort of stands there and rides it out.
I like holding
get
on
back
to
into the game,
the
however.
corner of the wall, like, ah.
It's just there like, Spider-Man. Before we get into that, hello to everybody in the chat. It has been on fire this evening. So thank you all for joining in. Great to see you all. I've dropped it into the chat, and I said right at the beginning, but please don't forget the NPC contest. Go encourage your friends, go encourage those people that enjoy D&D to just check the stream out, and then if they like it, drop us a follow, those sorts of things. The quicker we hit those 50 followers, the quicker somebody gets a chance to create an NPC and potentially cause havoc. Could be an enemy NPC, who knows? Could be a friendly NPC. Could be an NPC that you want to be killed off in the first 5 minutes of their showing up. Choice is yours. But we're not going to get there
It
unless
could
we
be
hit
one
the
that
50
ends up
followers,
being a
so please.
long-term sidekick like Buthrid.
It could be one that ends up being a long-term sidekick, you never know. Or could be a pivotal part of the story, we will see. Of course, we have to hit 50 followers to get there, so any help you can give us to get there, much appreciated. We already love you all. And yeah, let's get back into the game. So, with the voice sounding out, and you all falling prone apart from Ander, what are we doing now?
Getting up.
You idiots.
Standing.
Did the rest of you hear that?
The ominous voice, yes.
So.
Well, it was a bit bloody difficult not to hear it, really.
The thing is, Gindris, we've had so many people talk in our heads that we don't know what happens inside and outside of it at the moment. I'm just making sure that I didn't
Probably get that checked out.
Yes, but how do I know that you're not one of those voices?
Anyway.
My mouth is moving when I speak to you.
You have a very solid point.
Why are you talking like your dentures have fell out?
Well, Gindris always talks like that. I mean, would you like to make a perception check?
I want to know why. How can he shoot laser beams out of his hands? But I will make a perception check.
Well, it wasn't a laser beam, it's a ray of frost.
Freaking laser
14.
beams.
Shooting out of their heads, how hard can it be?
Fucking heads.
Kieran, you okay up there?
Yeah, I had a moment, but Kindred helped. I suppose the
Glad to be of service,
decisions.
as always.
Yeah.
We seem to be looking all right. So, what say you?
I
We
do
go and
believe
find.
this way is now blocked as well. Your little potion of, well, what is it? There's some vomit chunks there, but whatever this is,
It's oil,
should
and I
provide some cover.
can throw you over it, and then you won't have to worry about it. How about that?
Don't we need to go
I'll get in a bit shaky.
this way anyway?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it depends. Depends what we want to do, really. I wouldn't say no to a lie down. However, from the voices we just heard, that might be a bad decision.
Yeah.
Remley's going to
So I
look
guess-
at you and say,
You were just lying down. What'd you get up for?
To rest.
Right.
Could,
How long do you
I
think
mean-
we have? Do you think we can get away with it? You look all right.
I don't think
we
even
can.
if we barricaded ourselves in, we could.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of things. There's a couple of things I can do to make that room a little bit safer. But if we're then woken up in the middle of the night, then it's power that I don't have for whatever we're facing then. So I guess it's a choice.
Always is. But I'm happy, and I'm happy to just sit and rest for a bit. Well, I can look after you guys. Take the majority of the watch, or take some of it, if you want to. I realise that
I can stand on watch as well.
if you're saying that we need to be going against these guys fully rested, then maybe we should do that. Also, could be that it takes ages for us to get there. We could always look a little further, but I know that's risky. And I also know that you've put that special little thing to blow people up back there, and I'm guessing you can't do it again.
No.
I can do it again. I was thinking of something else. I was thinking we go back to that room and we barricade ourselves with other spells in there, but...
Okay, so what if we do a bit of a middle ground? Just saying, don't use any more spells just in case we do get attacked, and we go back there. That way, no worse off. Could be better. Otherwise, you're potentially endangering yourselves. Or are you going to be able to take some out? Guaranteed.
I think we...
Our
Sorry,
DM's just
left the school.
exploded. There you go.
Yay! You can't do that for me. That's not fair. West Ham have scored twice. That's not fair. Let's not show bias.
Just because he decides your fate doesn't mean he gets to star down his stars.
No, it also means that I get to use the button occasionally.
Well, if we go
So
back
what are we
and I
doing? Are we long resting?
if we go back and I put some
Risky
extra
move.
protection, that means I might be able to dish out a considerable amount of damage, but I'm already doing that with the glyph, so yeah. I think we
Well, just go
back.
back there,
Let's
rest.
risk it.
Let's risk it. They've also got to get past this oil slick.
I'm not going to lie,
True.
I can't. We need to be at full strength to take on whatever these overlords are. Considering in game we didn't see the opening credits that Matt described.
Right, let's go.
Oh boy, it's a bad decision. I hate it.
The thing is, though, we either try and take a long rest and get ambushed, or have a fight. And even if we start a long rest and they attack us, we're in no worse a position than we are now. You've still got the amount of spell slots you'll have.
True.
So,
Right.
might
Kieran's
as well
just
risk
jumped
it.
across the map. I'm not sure how.
Sorry, I just moved.
He's panicked. Yeah.
So yeah, I think we're going back to the room with the glyph.
You're going back to the room with the glyph.
Yeah.
Okay. So for the sake of brevity, we'll say you all very gingerly, slowly and securely manage to sort of step/slide across the grease and head back towards the room with the glyph. And you sort of step past the glyph or step around the glyph as Kirik sort of concentrates on it and makes sure nobody gets
What was
damaged.
the password again?
I was about to say, 2 weeks ago we knew the password, but we don't now.
Warden. It's wardens.
Wardens, thank you.
So you all now manage to take refuge in this room. I'll say the spiritual weapon is now gone. So, I need a watch order, then, please.
Before we go on watch, I'm going to do two things. I'm going to first off reach into my haversack, take out the Warhammer of Warning. I'm going to walk over to Remley. I'm going to say, Remley, would you mind? I've got this, which I don't use, but I think you could do with it. You'll do a lot better with it than I will, and just a little bit of extra protection in case someone tries to ambush us. You will need to spend some time with it though to understand that.
It's a good hammer. It's a good hammer.
It's well forged. Dwarven.
I truly have no idea.
No idea.
Well, certainly our weapon of choice. Thank you. Shall return it to you once we are done.
Thank you. And then I'll tell everyone, it's probably best if we stay about 25 feet away from the entrance, because if something comes in, the explosion's going to be within 20 feet, so just take a small rest.
Duly noted. Now, I feel alright. Do you want me to sit and take first watch, or is there a better way round that we can do this? I would have said...
well, I need to spend some time with this, so I cannot take the first watch.
That's all right. I'll take it then. Sounds good.
I will take the final one, if that's okay.
Yeah, well, you'll be all good by then.
Okay.
Well rested.
So, let's get a watch order. If we say Dargon's going to go first, Remley will go after Dargon.
I'll go after that. Why not?
Gindris. Okay, Anders going to go, then Gindris sort of chimes up and says he'll go after that. Then we'll have Bothrid. And finally, Kirik.
Gindris on his
almost
own,
enough
like
to
it.
just to do an hour each. 6. So you'll do just over an hour each. Okay.
I can do 2 if you
Is
want.
there anything anybody else would like to do before they rest?
Yes,
Hi.
sorry,
No.
I'm not.
Yes, okay, there we go.
So, well, I was, yeah.
Well, one end is safe, but then I don't trust that, so I'm just gonna move up to where the other entrance was, and in there you'll see me. Where is it? There. You'll see me kind of focus on my holy symbol. And I'll utter a prayer, and suddenly there is a familiar-looking blue dragonborn that appears kind of in front of the door as I cast Guardian of Faith.
Oh, break our hearts. Bloody hell. Jesus Christ.
Pour one out for my brethren.
Stand up.
I think I've still got his token.
I'm
and
crying,
I'll place
you
him,
are.
place him right there in front of the... So yeah, any
Spectral
hostile
figure.
creature... Yeah. Any hostile creature that comes within 10 feet
Spectral.
of it needs to make a save.
The spectral figure of Vraco stands there. As you remember him, the Warhammer emblazoned with cord symbol, the shield with the same symbol, the purplish robes that he wore with the armour over and underneath. And the spectral figure just stands and bows her head to you. and then stands. And it's again that you notice at this time that the blue is much more than blue. Glows like gemstones. And now we can rest.
Yep.
I would like to... You see, in real life, I know I've picked up a scarlet and blue marbled gem, so I want Ander to try and figure out that he's got an ironstone, please.
Okay. So you're going to spend an hour with your ironstone and figure out what ironstone it is, which I think you've already figured out anyway, yeah?
Yeah, I definitely googled it.
Yeah, cool. So you spend an hour working with that stone and sort of eventually come to understand how it works, what it does. And with a wry smile, just pop it in your pocket. Happy.
As I need to attune to it for use, I need to get rid of some. So I think if I unattune to my armour of acid resistance and then just change back into my normal studded leather armour.
Very well.
Seems to recall, I remember the discussion as to whether you were going to put that on, because we were going, oh yeah, we're going underground. You might go up against stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
No, look, I'm going to come across an acid vomiting frog monster now.
Oh, absolutely. You know, it literally was about to come up.
Okay, so you take off one set of armour, don another, and then play around with this stone for a little bit. As Remley just sits there studying this warhammer, stands a little bit, sort of swings it around, and you can hear him muttering things in Dwarvish to himself. Gindris is just sort of walking around pondering, and then, I think I should take a nap. Wake me up when it's my watch. Good night, fellows. And sort of sits and closes his eyes and bows his head down. Dargon, this is effectively your... What? Go on, what was that?
Is this my watch?
What's the 4 up for?
No, it's 3-1.
3-1. Oh, right, sorry, yeah, I've just missed that.
Fucking hell.
I'm behind.
You're fucking slow.
Still good.
Danny's cast slow on the DM.
Just concentrating on shit.
Zero, yeah.
I've got a D&D game to run here as well, you know?
Sorry, yeah, this is my watch, is it?
So yes, this would count as your watch, as everybody else is sort of preoccupied and not really doing anything. We'll say Kirik, once he's cast the spell, you settle down to rest.
If we say that I take the longest watch then, so that everyone does take an hour, that should hopefully
That's fine.
match up and line up.
So what we'll say is you take a 2-hour watch.
Yeah. Yeah, cool. So I'll take a 2-hour watch. During that time, I will bring out Timur's Wrath and just be like, you did well today. Very well indeed. Proud of you.
Thank you. It was good to fight alongside you once more. As
Yeah,
always.
It feels kind of bad. You know, these guys are enslaved, but means to an end, and they're always, well, from what I understand, not always the greatest in the world. So, no real love lost there, but can't wait for you to sink your teeth into their overlords.
I look forward to the opportunity. And while these creatures may be enslaved, they attacked first.
Yeah, that they did. They did. Well, keep a weary eye. If you hear or see anything, let me know.
I'm with you always, Dark.
I'm always feeling better when you are.
And she goes silent. And as everybody else begins to sleep and Dargon, your watch begins, or your watch alone begins, maybe a perception check, please.
Sweet. Rubbish. 11.
11. Okay, good to know. Very little occurs during your 2-hour watch as people begin to settle down, and you go and wake Remley up.
I'd also point out I'm
Remley
nowhere
haven't fallen asleep.
near the glyph on the map. I just couldn't be asked to move
Yeah, no,
myself.
that's fine. I'm assuming everybody is well back from there at this point. Okay, so you wake Remley up. And Remley sort of...
Aye, yes, oh. Okay.
Stay away from the glyph. Stay around here. And then, yeah, got about an hour, mate. Then rest up again.
Aye. I wasn't born yesterday.
Yeah, I'm tired. See ya.
Get some sleep. I'll watch over you.
And you
Creepy.
settle down and sleep. I would like everybody to make me perception checks, please.
Um,
17.
9.
At disadvantage, sorry, because you are asleep.
9.
Yeah. A 1. 9. Cheers, mate.
16.
16. Okay, so Kirik, in your sleep you would hear muffled voices, and Remley and Gindris, it seems, are having a conversation. The other two, of course, you don't hear this at all. What you hear, Kirik, in your sort of half slumber, is Remley turn to Gindris.
Thought you were sleeping.
As well, you know very well, sleep is not something that I often need. And so far we have not come across anything that means I am spent. You would do well to watch yourself a bit better down here, Remley, and not just me.
Who's listening to this, sorry?
Kirik.
It is Kirik. Remley's going to turn, or Remley then responds with,
I've watched over you for almost 40 years now. I don't plan to stop anytime soon. You are more important than I will ever be.
Gindris responds with, be that as it may, you are the last, and I do not wish to part company with you so soon. So please, Remley, for me, take some care. You know if it comes to it I can fend for myself. Your job is to protect the secret, not just to protect me.
Aye, I suppose. Well, I guess I best patrol. Continue on. If you need me, well, you know.
And Kirik, with that half sleep, as it goes silent again, you drift back off into a gentle slumber. As then Remley, after about an hour and a half, nudges Ander awake.
Ander.
Was it my turn already?
Aye,
Okay, I'm up.
it's quiet.
Anything to report?
No. It's been quiet. Nothing.
Good.
The odd snore from your hobgoblin friend, but other than that, I have to say, that blue dragonborn, that's creepy as fuck. It just stands,
Get,
doesn't blink.
he did that. He did that while he was alive as well.
He was a real. He was alive?
Yeah.
Who was he?
A good friend. That's a story for another time. Just double check in before I start my watch. Gindris haven't wandered off, has he?
No, he does have that habit, but
Okay.
for tonight he stands still, or sits still, I should say. Well, and safe watch.
rest up. Is Gindra
Remley
still
goes
awake?
and settles down. Make me a perception check, please.
"12."
You look over at Gindris and he's sort of sat, his head bowed. But every now and again you just see sort of a little half eye open and close again.
You're rubbish at pretending you're asleep. Want to chat to pass the time?
Why not? Sounds like a fabulous idea. What would one like to chat about? Perhaps you tell me more stories of your wives.
Oh, I think it's story time with Gindris tonight. Tell me a little bit about the magic blasts coming from your hand. When did you learn a trick like that?
Yes, well, I've always had these abilities. I am something of a sorcerer.
Oh,
I was born with these abilities, you see.
that's very cool. I don't know if I've ever met a sorcerer before.
We are rare, but we do exist. Few are born with the innate natural talents, usually gifted by bloodlines.
I'm just glad you're on our side. So,
Yes.
if it's not too
continues
much
that
to
way.
pry, I wouldn't mind knowing a bit more about how you and Gindris came to be. Like, I used to be quite close with elves back in my youth, and they had an unnecessary distaste or distrust of dwarves, and vice versa. They didn't seem to get on. So how have you two
Well,
become so close?
You'll notice that I am not purely elf. I am half. And I am indebted to Remley and his family. They have long protected me from various enemies and foes.
Do you just attract enemies like I do? I seem to have a natural penchant for attracting nemesis. Nemesis?
Well,
Nemesis.
as we have already said, I have lived for a time. And in doing so, I have a lot of knowledge at my behest. And, well, I have known many of Remley's family, and he is the last now. The rest having been wiped out as we ran from the last batch of enemies. Those creatures you saw, they have been used in the past to hunt me. There are those who wish me dead. There are those who wish me tortured. And so I keep a low profile.
Who could wish you dead? Surely you've outlived everybody by now.
Well, there are those who remember. There are those who, once dead, may live again. There are those who, like me, have unnatural long life.
Do you think those enemies are the same enemies we may face imminently? Or do you think we share common
In
enemies
this
now?
mine, I do not think my enemies are those enemies we face in this mine. However, out there, based on, well, what I've garnered from you so far, perhaps we share common enemies by now. I do not know. I have wandered for so long, away from civilizations and away from people. But people do so fascinate me. Especially humans. They are fantastic. Short-lived, but fantastic. Such vigor for life, and love, and experience.
And when you've only got about 80 years, you've got to make the most of it.
Absolutely.
Did you not get to spend much time with the human side of your family then?
He ponders for a moment. No, I suppose not.
So, are we both orphans in a way?
Well, I am very much an orphan now, although it has been a long time since I was a child. A very long time.
Well, you're out to build bridges with Gindris, I'll give you that. Right.
I would like to think we are building bridges by just talking. It is a pleasure to know you, Randa.
I feel like I'm getting to know you. But I still feel like I'm still skirting around the edges a little bit.
Life is a journey, as they say. There are many discoveries along the way, but usually the end result remains hidden until we get there.
Before I'll let you go back to your pretend sleep, secret safe with me, by the way. I happened to spill a secret with you last time. I haven't really told anybody. I suppose you've got any secrets you want to share with me?
Well, make me a persuasion check, please.
Oh, this better be the best roll of my life. 28.
28.
Spill the beans, old man.
Dice, I dropped it. I suppose, Andor, you have shared with me.
This could be juicy.
In return, I should perhaps share with you.
Pen at the ready.
Would you like to know my bloodline and the reason I am gifted such abilities?
Yeah, that sounds like a good story.
And he sort of undoes the scarf a little bit that he wears around his neck and then pulls down the robe that he wears and shows you his shoulder. And on his shoulder there is a birthmark, but the birthmark itself is in the shape of a dragon's skull.
Somewhere, somehow, there is draconic blood that flows in my veins. And so this is where my abilities come from. I have a particular affinity for, well, cold-based abilities, so I can only assume that it was, well, either a white or a silver dragon, but I like to think silver, based on the fact that I am not a maniacal evil arsehole, to be honest.
That's fascinating.
As I said, life is but a journey, and the things we learn along the way, well, not only do they help us reach that final destination, but they help us to understand it.
It's funny you should say maniacal dragons because, as you may be aware, and we've discussed previously about the disturbances in these here parts, we try to prevent the unleashing of an ancient evil dragon, but unfortunately we failed. So at some point that may come back to haunt us. But you might have known her when she was alive.
Well,
First time round.
do you get a name?
Zapinia.
Yes. I remember her. Curious how she still lives when her body is all but destroyed.
Well, from what I witnessed, she stole the essence of her acolytes, and their life force brought her back from the brink, it would seem.
But still, she would need a vessel. I can only assume that wherever you were was a grave of sorts. Tomb.
Yep.
One of her long-dead kin, I suspect. This is most useful information, and I thank you.
No problem. I should go back to my watch. I should probably be keeping watch, actually. We're in a dangerous place.
Indeed. And perhaps if we make it out of here, maybe it is time that Remley and I returned to the land of men once more.
You're welcome in our town anytime. Glen Twag, if you fancy settling down.
Yeah, Glen Tuag, it still stands. I know the place well,
Oh, yes.
or I did. It used to be a simple farming community.
So it's now our base of operations, you could say. Our
How
headquarters.
fantastic. Fascinating. Well, yes, your watch. I will not disturb you anymore. But I thank you for the conversation and passing the time.
Thank you. Always a pleasure.
Anything else you're doing in your watch, Ander?
Danny, in real life, is trying to swat this fly that's doing his head in, but Ander is not going to do
I've
anything
seen. Okay, so Ander, you then sort of finish your watch and Gindra stands and... Time for you to get some rest, dear boy. I shall take this one.
Much obliged.
Gindra sort of begins to pace around the room, and then after a time, Kirik, you are nudged awake gently. Kirik. Dear boy.
Yes.
I believe that this is your turn to do the watch.
Thank you. Yeah. I will spend first 10 minutes of my watch putting my armor on. And yeah, I'll just keep an ear out as I'm doing that.
Cool. Anything in particular, or are you just literally keeping an ear out?
Nope, just keeping an ear out, trying to listen.
Make me a perception check then, please.
9.
Good to know. Your watch passes. Very little occurs. And then eventually
I'll start
everybody
waking everyone
begins
up.
to stir. Good stuff.
Long rest.
Oh, long rest.
Oh, we got away with that one.
Does that... Well, I'm sure it'll do it automatically, but I assume that'll take off some stuff.
Aid, yeah. And my dark vision's gone.
Yeah. Before
And
I
that is
change
the
the Excel
first thing
sheet,
that
are we...
Bothrid does. Bothrid walks up to you and places a hand on your face, just literally just sort of... And you can feel the druidic magic sort of seep into your eyes as things become brighter and brighter.
You need help, see.
Oh, thanks.
How you did watch, I never know.
And that's a good point. But we'll gloss over that plot hole.
As the DM gives you the information that screws over the DM.
For the purpose of items, would it have been adorned?
Yes.
Cool.
A dawn will have come and gone in that time.
It's fine.
Yes,
Just
for
good.
me too.
Yes. I thought it might be for everyone. Right.
What was the other thing I was going to ask? And I can't remember now. Oh, yeah. Right, what's people's new HPs if we're not getting aid or we haven't got aid?
75.
I will cast aid again.
Oh, okay, never mind. Moving on.
There we go. Bothrid's still on 1 to 8.
Moving on.
I'll cast at 4th level because and targeting.
Oh, weird. Oh, sorry. Sorry, was that? Start again.
It's and the Kirik and Dargon.
Yeah, was it 15 extra? Was it?
15 extra. Yeah.
Yeah, sweet. Cheers. Thank you.
Romeo then sort of, as you all just eat some basic rations and sort of wake yourselves up a bit.
Well, where to now, boys?
Wherever those Duergar came from, I suppose. I want to finish these overlords off.
No mean feat, I don't think.
No, let's hope we get to them
hope.
sooner rather than later, because otherwise we're going to be taking even longer.
Well, let's hope there's no obstacles between us and them.
Sure, it's going to be a
Can't
friggin'
have
minefield down here. But never mind, let's carry on.
A minefield.
Just,
We're in
Was
a
that,
mine.
was that a joke?
Do you get fields in mines?
I'm starting to get nosebleed, so let's move on. Those other Duergar snuck up on us. So I'm guessing the other way that you saw Kirik, south of, I say south, the other side of this corridor, also has a way through. So which way are we going to check?
Which one? Sorry, DM. Which ones were the ones to say that were saying for us to come with them?
The ones that were in this room here. That
Cool.
I'm indicating on the map,
in
which
that-
nobody on stream can see, but the one that was in the southern room rather than the sort of westerly room.
Yeah, the small ones, or the normal-sized ones.
Yes.
Even. Cool.
Like a catch on
In that case, I'll say, well, they were trying to get us through that room where we threw the ball bearing, so I say we head that way.
Okay, it's good plan,
Cool.
isn't it?
Well,
Let's do it.
direction is good. Let's
Are
go.
we going for stealth, i.e. Ander goes first, or are we going for they know we're coming, which point
They already know
I'll
we're
go
here.
first.
I think at this point they know.
Yeah,
I am
semantics at this
inclined to
point, isn't
agree.
it?
Cool.
just
As they
think
did
they're
sneak
way
up
too
on us
forest.
last time, Bothrid, do you mind taking up the rear? And the rest of you can fight between where you go.
I'll go second.
I can't stand a backup group. What is he coming to?
And Bothrid points at Draco.
I thought he was dead.
Oh, yes. Well, I'll just dispel it.
And as you dispel it, Draco just holds the warhammer across his chest, bows his head, and is gone.
I'm not going to lie, Kirik. Bit of warning next time.
Oh,
Have you
yeah.
potentially got? Yeah, well, have you potentially got anybody you can
I-
bring back that doesn't bring back PTSD memories?
Well, yeah, it must be on my mind. I don't know.
Yeah, still on all of ours, I think. Anyway, right, after me. And watch the slipperiness. If it's still there. Yeah, I know,
It'll be
but
gone.
Dargon doesn't know that.
That should have dried up by now. I think we'll be fine.
Well, double check as we go through.
Onward we go then. To victory or doom, I guess.
Let's hope for the first, yeah?
Indeed. Lead on, Dargon, lead on.
I lead on.
Indeed.
Okay. So, for the sake of brevity, we'll say you all make it back into that room. The grease itself has dried up, and then you head south to where the Duergar were, and through the next entryway. Let's just move some tokens, because I've got a lot to move. Oh, somebody was giving me a hand, thank you.
Yes.
Round over there as well. And bye-bye, Vraco, it was good to see you again. Okay, so, Dargon, as you sort of lead the party into this corridor, you would then see...
I'm going, as we're walking up to that room, so all that path that we've just done, I'll turn back to the lads and just be like, if we're going for the non-stealth approach, do you mind if I have me sword out?
By all means.
Cool, so the usual bright light of Timiel's Wrath then, just to help you out on what we can see.
Cool. So I'll say from there you can just about see that as well. Let's try that again. That didn't quite work. You sort of look left and right, you see these empty rooms. Again, these rooms look like whatever was in them has been either dragged out or destroyed and moved out. They're just very empty. The only thing that exist are these wall sconces that burn with this strange purplish fire.
They've done a number on this this place, haven't they? Cleared the whole thing out. It's crazy.
Yeah, it seems like they're in a rush.
In a rush, or are they just as, gold hogging as Ander? No offence.
I don't think anyone
I
does.
don't care for gold.
Duergar don't.
Someone does, though.
Well, so far we've not encountered any gold. Just those obsidian blocks.
I'll kind of look towards both Ander and Dargon, and I'll kind of just say, then where's all the gold going?
Let's find out.
That's a
Like
good
pile
idea.
of dragon on top.
Look, by the looks of this, Ander, there is another dead-end corridor. Please, for the love of God, do not set a trap off.
As long as there's not something sparkly in the wall, we are fine.
I will go and look.
And as you sort of all move past it and look down,
Yes.
there is nothing sparkly. It's just a dead end.
Alright, I think we're alright then, Jesus.
Cool. So you then move in, and we'll do this very quickly.
We may have taken those guys on before. I'm just wondering, what if we do get led to these weirdos? Is that not easier than fighting through them? If they go like they did before, we want to take you to our overlords. We were like, good, take me to your leader.
There's actually not
The,
a bad shout.
the only
To be
downside
fair,
of that is...
I've kind of always wanted to say it, but I've always got a bit of an itchy hand to cut their heads off. But it'd be good fun and a bit of a giggle.
But if, just say 15 Duergar turn up and they say, and you say take us to your leader. They then take us to our leaders, where we then got 3 overlords and the Duergar's fight all at once.
That's a very good point. Okay, so is that if less of them can turn up, we say take them to your leader, and if a lot of them turn up, we try and fight through? Is that what you're saying?
It's probably.
Why don't we just
situation.
see what comes and decide when we face it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just trying to think what the party will agree on when they turn up. Anyway, I'm happy with that. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, if there's a shortcut to
agree,
the
we need to
overlords,
get the
I'll go.
hell out of here.
I'm up for that.
Cool. So you then take a bit of a right turn, head west for a bit, and what you soon very quickly find is that you reach this sort of rectangular corridor bit that joins the route you would have taken if you'd gone directly south from the glyph.
I think we took the right way.
The only way left to you now to go that is unexplored is directly south.
Seth, it
Make
is.
me a
that way,
perception
then.
check, everyone.
This. Which dice do I want?
Ugh.
Perception. Oh, for
That
fuck's
would be a
sake.
natural 20 for a 25.
Natural 20. Kirik. As you all now begin to descend down this southern corridor, it is now that you begin to hear the sounds of digging and shifting. The sounds of pickaxes working, and shoveling and scraping. And there is a strange sound on the air as well, this sort of wind type sound, or rushing air. Air? Rushing air, even. Rushing air!
You can hear some digging ahead.
Yeah.
That was so perfectly done on
Yes!
the sound there.
Fucking got it.
I can hear some digging. Tink!
Tink, tink, tink.
So wherever we go,
Should have played the
Well.
Seven Dwarfs song. Hi-ho.
It's off to
Definitely.
we go.
we're definitely going to meet someone or something soon. So
Is that
keep
not
an eye
the
out.
plan?
it is.
Yeah. If we're digging, it'll be the site where there's at least one overlord, because we know they're digging all over the place, don't we?
Leroy!
Oh, how the DM and me would love you to do that.
I am so tempted, but I'm not going to.
Leroy Jenkins!
No, sorry, I'm gonna have to, oh dear.
Well, that was a bit of a tangent.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I mean, shall we
I've
just
just
power?
zoomed out
Shall
on
we
the
just
map and
power through,
realised
guys?
Yes.
Power through.
I've just zoomed out on the map and realised we're only halfway. There's still a lot blacked out.
So yeah, we get.
Yeah,
I
let's
mean,
do it.
I'll get to like there if we.
Head towards the noise.
Okie dokie. As you get to there, you would then uncover probably all of that with Timur's Wrath.
Oh boy. Sounds fun.
So you've got left and right, you've got straight ahead, and then it looks like there's potentially more down south.
Oh, keep walking.
Kind of
You
wish I
heading
had the
down south, continue?
Yeah. Walk straight past it, see what it is, and keep walking. I think.
So as you continue straight past,
I wish I still had that ability to throw Timiel's Wrath and it come back.
I mean, you can still throw her.
I just ain't coming back.
Yeah.
It's fine by me.
Why'd you call a boomerang that doesn't come back a stick? So yeah. What, do we see anything going sideways?
From that bit. In fact, Dargon, as you get to there, Timiel's Wrath lit, you would then see all the way down.
New soundtrack tonight, guys. Especially for tonight.
About there.
I like.
And what you do see is,
Holy
as the light shines down that hallway,
Oh, it goes a long way.
Ew. Boy.
shadows seem to move to the far east. And then, slowly but surely,
Charge!
drifts past, floating.
Oh,
midair.
fuck.
Oh, I got bad. This is Squidface.
Ah, no.
Oh, Squidward's just gone past.
Zoidberg.
Well, found them.
Squidward.
I'll turn to Kirik and be like, what the fuck was that?
What we came here for.
So, it's that way then, isn't it?
I guess so.
We're not going to discuss this.
No, Ander, we are not. Let's go.
Hang on, let me get my big boy pants on.
So down that corridor.
Yep.
For Nyland, I suppose.
I suppose. I
Says
guess.
the potential future king.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I was literally about to respond with, yeah, says the guy who has a fucking throne, mate. Think of that.
So, are you all making a bum's rush down there?
Walking, if I don't see anything else.
Yeah. Let's not. Yeah.
Like that walk racing they do at the Olympics.
Yeah. We'll only do a decision that is half stupid. We won't go fully stupid.
We're not going to go full... Yeah, I was about to say full retard, but maybe that's in bad taste.
I got it.
We're not going to go full stupid. We're going to go
Oh, I got the
half
fly!
stupid.
Way!
There you
Okay,
go.
there we go. Danny
Nice.
gets it. Way!
So,
Take inspiration for finally catching the fly.
Hey, there you go. Those are.
although, can I take inspiration for killing an innocent creature? Yes, I can. I've clicked the button. Oh, it's not dead.
Yes,
your
because it's a
alignment?
fly, and there's nothing innocent about flies.
They throw up on your food.
Okay, Dardan, so as you get to there,
Yes.
what you would then see is the rest of this bit. So you would see 2 Duergar digging
Just passing through.
and scraping away at a doorway or an entryway, and then you see beyond it a giant stone door.
So I can just imagine what Kirik said, and we just walk through like, yep, just passing through, lads. Carry on as you are.
Just walking through. Excuse me, pardon me.
And stone door.
Carry on, gents. You're doing a wonderful job. Lovely.
I
And
would say
they
you'd also
don't seem
probably
to have-
see this with Timiel's Wrath.
They don't seem to have noticed the light from
You
the
the
sword.
Is there enough light around?
the
for
digging
sconces?
seems to be preoccupying them. They don't seem to be paying attention to anything else. However, now that you mention that, dum. 2 figures float, meet in the middle, and turn.
Hey guys.
Hello.
And
Poppy.
even down the hallway, you can just hear this.
The fuck is that?
Well, that is what There's a mind flayer, or two of them.
And we can't hear
You're
you.
muted.
That is one ugly motherfucker.
What'd you say?
I mean, out of character, I'm glad I attuned to my Ioun stone last night.
I mean,
Are they the overlords?
after you, Kirik?
Sure, I'm gonna step up.
I sort of say that while using my sword to point at them.
Cool.
And they don't seem to flinch. They don't seem to move.
We heard that you wanted a conference with us, or at least the overlords. I will assume that's you. There seems to be one missing.
One of the mind flayers turns to the other and sort of just shrinks back behind. Oh, I'm not right clicking. Hey, literally shrinks. Because Owlbear Radio done an update. Stop clicking that button. The other mind flayer sort of just hovers there. Its eyes meet yours, and in your minds, rather than spoken out loud.
I am one. We are many.
Then I am Legion Quote, if anybody didn't get that.
Yep.
These people, you are keeping them against their will, it seems. Is that true?
They are useful. They need direction.
I'm afraid I don't think you are the right person to decide that. They should have a choice.
Will not interfere. Leave now.
Can we all hear this?
Yep, everybody hears it in their mind, literally like direct into their brain.
I'll
I
turn
quite
back
like
to Gindris
interfering.
and be like, see? Voices in heads.
Yes, well, that's a very particular type of thing. When I
Voices,
speak, my mouth moves.
Voices in heads. Voices in heads. Alright?
When I speak, my mouth moves.
Yeah, it fucking happens. Voices in heads, alright?
What are you digging for?
That is not of your concern. Leave.
Hey,
and
here's
we
something.
will ignore you.
We're trying to fucking leave. Show us the exit and maybe we'll get past.
Go back the way you came.
I'll look at Kirik, waiting for him to turn around if he does.
I will take the Ioun stone out. It'll start floating around my head, and I'll just give you that look, as if to say it's go time.
Is there any reaction from the mind flayer as that happens?
The mind flayer's head sort of
Do not seek violence. You will fail.
Are you saying there's nowhere else out of this mountain? Because we've gone from the top of it and we want to get to the bottom. Is there no way out?
There is. But you may not pass this way.
I will kind of nod. And I look at Dargon and I'll remember kind of the training that we had, and I'll keep kind of be called back to the way that he faces up to problems, and I will think how throughout Kirik's life he's never really been that sort of person, but I'm gonna start somewhere. And I'll cast a 3rd level guiding bolt on the Mind Flayer.
Nice. Okay. I am going to make a note of that.
Cool.
Because I think, as we have hit the 3-hour mark, that is a perfect place for us to finish for tonight.
I think we just want a sound effect.
I will say, as we close for the evening, you can see Kirik turns, looks at you, Dargon, and there is a look on his face. It's... all I can picture in my mind is Frodo, Lord of the Rings, where he turns and then just smiles. Sorry, not Frodo. Aragorn.
Yes.
Returns.
I would say that
smiles.
Dargon in response does that sort of swing of the sword. You know, it goes like round and backwards, just like a proper, you know.
Yeah.
Right, I'm with you.
As Kirik then turns, and in his hand just the guiding bolt for Kirik, obviously not that golden light, but this inky blackness that he forms in his hand, is just about to throw it forward. And we will leave it there for this evening. And so, we don't leave it quite there. We enter a forest. It is dark. There's a campfire burning, and 3 figures sit around it, battered, bruised, armor bent, clothes ripped, scratches. The largest of the figures looks up from the campfire.
Are we failing in our quest to free this land? Does this prophecy foretell our doom?
An alive elven figure, looking much less well kept than she usually does. Whatever this means, we must do what we can while we are here. We are champions, are we not? We were chosen for this purpose. I think we must do what we must to help the 3 that we found. Well, 1 that was thrust upon us, but the 2 that we found, the 3 that we now guide. Whatever we choose, it must be to help them. And the 3rd, with horns that bend around, a charred and chipped wooden staff laying across her legs. Do you still talk to them? It's been a while since I had a conversation with her. Feel her fading. Are we still champions? And the scene fades to black. So thank you all once again for joining us on Malt Magic. This has been episode 60. A few extra surprises and tidbits thrown into you tonight. I figured it's time to sort of just give you some insights into what's happening else in the world. Been watching a lot of Exandria Unlimited as well. Loved what Abrir Ironguard did on there. It was amazing. So figured why not introduce it? Because it is a great concept and just gives you that little bit more immersion into the world. So I hope you're enjoying that. I hope you've enjoyed the game today, and I hope you've enjoyed our reveal finally of some mind flayers. So we get to play with one of the atypical big bads of Dungeons and Dragons. Let's see what these boys do next week when we face off with them. Please remember to tune in to Malt Magic and More on Wednesday, where we will dissect not just the game, but obviously that intro part, that outro part, to see what's going on, see if we can pull out some more details. But I think until then, and until next week, we've been the Malt and Magic crew. Very much enjoyed your company. Huge shout out to all those tools we've used again. I shouted them out at the beginning, I won't go through them all again, but apart from battle bards, of course, don't forget to use that. You've heard some of the sound effects, you've heard musical ambiances. Don't forget to follow us on social media. Please follow along on Twitch if you're not already. Please check out the podcast. If you want to go watch this episode again, it will be out on Friday. If you want to watch the past episodes, please go check them out on YouTube or your podcast platform of choice. But until we see you next time, I wish you all a very happy and healthy week. Stay safe. We love you all. And we will see you next time.